a collection of articles and commentary and pointers to news around Aotearoa's political economy on housing, climate, and poverty. Just changing s- the format just slightly to see if I can get this out a little earlier and make it more useful for people. Let's have a look first at what is making the news again today. So, last night we got a fresh Roy Morgan poll result, a monthly poll, showing that National had fallen 1 percentage point. Labour had risen 2.5%. The Greens were up around half a percentage point, but Te Pāti Māori was down. The big winner, if you like, New Zealand First, up 2.5 percentage points, and ACT down a little bit more as well. So New Zealand First up at record highs there. The overall combination of National, ACT and New Zealand First are still ahead of the opposition. But what's interesting, I think, is that National certainly is not pulling ahead. And it's the weakness in the Greens, who are down around 4 percentage points from their highs earlier this year. That is one of the reasons you're not seeing the combination in a position to take power. Also, the strength of New Zealand First. You'd have to think some of the national vote is shifting to New Zealand First. It's worth noting, though, that the Roy Morgan Consumer Confidence rating fell again in July, and that coincided with a big fall in the government's confidence rating. So this is the right track, wrong track measure, which I think is important to follow. And that is of interest. It shows that support for the government appears brittle, and that it's the opportunity of an opposition to come up with a proposal in the next year which gets people on board. It's worth also looking at the differences that are emerging by gender and by age. You can see there that this is the Roy Morgan percentages for men, women, younger and older. And you can see there that National is not popular with women between the age of 18 to 49. In fact, the combined support for the government parties is 33. That compares with 51 for the national average. And actually, the combined support for Labour, Greens, Te Pāti Māori is 63.5. So we're talking more than just slightly less than 2 votes for every one opposition to government. However, when you look at older men over the age of 50, you can see that their support for the government is very strong at 69% versus the 51% for the total population, and support for the opposition well less than half that at 30.5%. So a real split opening up between young women who are against the government and older men who are in favour of the government. I just wanted to point today to a series of stories that Sam Sherwood's been doing at RNZ, which I think is really important for everyone to see. It's been going on for the last couple of weeks, and he's got another piece today. It looks at the death of a baby at Starship on July the 19th. She was prescribed 13 times the dose of a medication she needed by a pharmacy intern who was supervised and got it wrong. This is being focused on by the industry as a signature case of stress, underfunding, poor supervision because of a lack of staffing, which has led to this catastrophe. And I think it's worth following. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a Dawn Chorus for Wednesday, August the 6th. Ka kite anō.